I just completed my week on Mounjaro. The three big questions I was wondering about, and maybe you were too, are first, how was appetite suppression? Did my desire to overeat change? Second, side effects. What kind of side effects did I experience? And I did suffer a big one, I'll share with you. And then third, results. Did it actually show up on the scale? Did I lose any weight on my first 2 weeks on Mounjaro? So let's talk about it today. All right, well, welcome to Hale. If you're new here, my name's Chris. This channel is my journey into my 60s and 70s. I'm 59 years old. And one of the number one priorities is to get my health in place. Even more important than saving retirement is to be as healthy as possible going into my 60s and 70s. As a result of that, I went on a prescription for Mounjaro to address weight loss, diabetes, and a lot of other conditions that go along with those. So this is my week 2 update taking Mounjaro. Right now, I'm on a 2.5 milligram dose that I take once a week. Now, this is a starter dose that's designed to get my body acclimated to the drug. And at 5 milligrams is where the therapeutic effect really shows up, at least according to studies. But I must say, talking to people on Facebook, many people stayed on 2.5 milligrams for a long time and saw some good results. So how about me? What happened with me? Well, I'm going to talk about what went well, the difficult side effects I encountered, what was my weight loss, how am I handling eating on Mounjaro. Let's start with what went well. All the promises came true for me as far as what Mounjaro was supposed to deliver. One, minimal food noise. At first, it was almost jarring how quiet my mind was, but it was much less important to me this week. Not obsessive. Minimal food noise, number one. Number two, controlled eating. What I mean by that is I would start to eat something I enjoyed, but then I got full and I stopped eating, even though there was more food left. And even though I enjoyed the food, I had no desire to continue eating because I thought I would get uncomfortable. I'm one of those people who compulsively cleans their entire plate. If I go out to dinner with people will say, wow, you really liked that, didn't you? Because there's literally nothing left on my plate. To just casually push away food and not finish it, that is a dramatic change for me. But along with controlled eating and able to stop when full, I didn't, you know how you put food in front of a dog and they just, get in there. And that's kind of how I ate for most of my life. But today I got a meal and, I might eat a little bit, then do something on my laptop or talk to my kids or, I didn't have to just dive into the food the way I used to, and I enjoyed that. I was stunned to realize how much time I had spent thinking about food. What should I eat? When should I eat? Where should I go to eat? Should I go to the grocery store and get this? Should I eat this today? I heard another influencer say it was like she was constantly going through her food Rolodex. I totally related to that comment. I was really free from that. I gave some thought to food. One that really was surprising to me was skipping meals. If I had a little bigger dinner, sometimes I woke up in the morning, I did not want to eat at all. I didn't think it would feel good to eat. I never skip breakfast ever. There's a few days where I was busy running errands, had things I had to do. So I just skipped lunch. No big deal. To just, casually skip a meal. Previously, I had to summon up all my willpower to skip lunch or skip breakfast. How much should I eat in a meal? Are there times where I should force myself to eat to have had something for breakfast, or is it okay just to skip meals and maybe have 1 or 2 meals a day? So those are things I'm working through right now. If you're maybe a step ahead of me and have worked through that, put a comment in and tell me, Are you eating 3 meals a day, 3 evenly split meals, 2 very small meals, 1 bigger meal at dinner? How are you doing it? Okay, when you're taking Mounjaro, you're going to have to address bathroom topics. It's just part of the Mounjaro journey. So the biggest side effect I had was constipation. I imagine there's worse constipation than I had because I was able to go. But boy, and I never really experienced constipation before. So it's just kind of a strange experience, probably a few times where I ate more than I should have for dinner. And then it feels like you have kind of like this bowling ball of food that is just slowly working its way through your system. It moves so slowly. It's almost like some days there was like a 2-hour countdown to when I would actually go. I could feel it very slowly progressing, but it took quite a while to get there. This is how I deal with it. Is I bought these fiber gummy bears. I don't have the brand. I'll share them in a future video, but I got these fiber gummy bears. The recommended amount is 4 of them. I want to say that's like 32 grams of fiber. So I take them before bed with a big bottle of water, and it seems to have the effect of keeping things moving overnight. And the water part is really important too. Because it's moving more slowly through your system just sucks all the moisture out of it. It just gets drier and drier and more stuck and more stuck. That water is really important. And for me, it's been important to have with the gummies, a big bottle of water to go with it to be able to fuel that journey through my system. A couple of the episodes were kind of painful. Both the process of it working through and then the actual exit. A couple of them were a little bit painful. I think that's enough on that. So how about the weight loss? Okay, my starting weight was 255.4 pounds. At week 2, my weight was 249.5. I'm going to call it 6 pounds. The exact weight loss would be 5.9 pounds. But I'll call it 6, make it a nice round number. And so I'm thrilled with a 6-pound weight loss. The average weight loss is between 0.5 pound and 2 pounds. If you're losing 0.5 pound to 2 pounds, you are doing great. You're losing 0.5 pound, losing 2 pounds, you're doing like super awesome. In a year, that's going to really stack up. And then my eating surprise, what I've kind of adopted as my go-to food this week is the Fairlife protein shake. It's got 30 grams of high-quality protein, and it tastes better than any other shake that I've tried. And I like Premier Protein. It's nice and creamy. That's the big advantage of Premier Protein, creaminess. And they do have a peanut butter chocolate flavor that reminds me a little bit of Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. It's pretty good. But Premier Protein that I've had all has that kind of chemical aftertaste that it leaves you with. Fairlife protein shake, smooth, chocolatey finish. The only downside I would have, or criticism of Fairlife protein, is it's a little thin. With Premier, you get a nice kind of thick creaminess that I really like, that kind of feels good as it goes down. All right. Week 2 is in the books. I'd love to hear where you're at in your journey. If you're in a similar place to me, share how that's going. If you're ahead of me, encourage me and tell me how great you're doing, okay? All right, see you next time.